start putting together a digital book of business where you'll keep record of the contacts, the progress, and some notes that you can take.
What's IBB?
Investor's Book of Business. It's like a Men in Black, and we'll start dancing as well later. Right? It's crucial, guys. You can create a questionnaire. Here's the deal. The last thing you want to do is have a script, and I'll tell you this right now, and go to somebody and say, "Hi, Mr. Investor, nice to meet you. All right, well, I'm just going to ask you a few questions so I know exactly what's going on. First of all, how much money do you have? Second of all, what is your blood type? Right? Third of all, how many children do you have?" That doesn't need to be in the questionnaire. But what you need to have is you need to have at least some fundamental questions to find out what are this client's goals? What is their objective, right? You want to find out who they are. Are they married? Do they have family members? But I'm not going to go in one call and drill someone to find out about their life. These are pieces of information that you gather over time. And because you have a digital book of business, you record that information here. So later on, when you put a task of calling John Smith next month, because he said he wanted me to follow up because he's getting a windfall next month, when I call him and I say, "Oh, yeah, hey, how's it going? Last time we talked, you told me that your daughter's birthday was the next week. How was the party?" Do you think that goes a long way? Instead of me going, "Hey, Mr. Investor John, how are you? You told me to call you back in 30 days because you were giving me some money." Right? Who do you think's going to get more money? The guy who came in and asked about the daughter's birthday party, or the guy who just immediately went for the kill?
I'll go for the birthday party.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the reason why in your investor's book of business, you want to keep records of what's taking place. All right? And that's part of what you're developing, and that's why the questionnaire is to gather information about the investor. If you don't have an email service, set it up. We're using Fusionsoft. It's a pretty good price, in our opinion, for the type of work that it does. But what it does is, some of you are already getting emails, and that's why you're here, is we send you periodically, we set up an actual email series that's like an introduction to what we do and what we're going, what's going on, where it's already preset, which means that I've done the work once, so that let's say she gets in tomorrow, she starts getting some emails talking about our business, what we're doing. So once a month she gets a follow-up email. Am I doing any workouts? She's getting emails. I don't even know she's getting emails. So she replies one day and I'm like, "Who's this?" Right? "Oh, that's right. Look at the notes. That's what happened." So that's powerful. That's using leverage with technology. Now, let's say he signs up 3 weeks later. Well, then he starts getting that email sequence using a software that automatically does the work for me. So I can grow and this whole room be full, and I don't have to worry about sending them individually an email every single month. The system automatically does it, and it's triggered within the timeline. So if he signs up on Tuesday and the email's set for Wednesday, the Wednesday of next week he starts getting those emails. So it's a very good tool that you could use to develop that. All right. Website. Obviously, you guys know that we're no longer in the 80s. And there is a website, and most people will Google you, and I'll talk more about that later. And you need to have a website so that if somebody wants to verify you or see your success, they can go online. We went a little step further because we always try to be overachievers, and we even created a community online, which is like a little mini real estate Facebook, where you guys, a lot of you are in, and you chat to each other, and you talk about what's going on, and you say, "Hey man, I got this deal, what can we do?" So that's taking it to a new level, but at the end of the day, you just need a simple website that you need to put together. You with me? Mm-hmm. Real quick. The key is to set up a system that will help you to manage your prospective investors. That is the real keys. You're managing your prospects. You're managing your client base. And that's why banks raise so much money, even though they're paying the least amount of returns. And as you go along,
they're actually paying a return?
Actually,
I don't know if any banks
are costing you money to have it in the banks.
That's correct.
With inflation, it's costing you money. So they pay you 1.5%. That means you're losing 1.5% a year on your money, on average. But you're giving them the money, and they call you. "How are you, sir? Great. We're sending you a new debit card so that we can make money on every purchase you make." Mm-hmm. Right? It's a business, right? But treat yours as one too. But just make sure it's a fair business, right? All right, again, another thing you want to do is, as you go along, you will need to evaluate and update email systems or the website, etc. So make sure it's current. Like I've been preaching this all along.